minor. We had a little minor thing going on. We back. We
Yeah, I
back.
see. I don't know what that was. All
No, they
right.
be messing with the 5G. The little lady, you know.
Okay, okay. So, young Trey Solo, I hear you're one of the best poets out of St. Louis right now, G.
Ah, look here, look here, look here. I ain't gonna say I'm the best. You know, I'm getting my feet wet. Trying to get my feet wet. So I got a lot of groundwork I need to do. So I definitely been sharpening up my skills. I wouldn't say I'm the best. I did a poetry slam recently though. And I made it
Okay.
to like the second round. So I was definitely that was my first poetry slam. You know, did a little decent. So definitely gotta step my game up though.
You was out there going crazy with the competition. I love to see it.
I was trying. So this time I'm gonna show up when I go to the next one. I'm gonna show up ready for war.
All right, all right. So, honestly, I was thinking about talking about like stuff that's going on right now or things that are popular right now, but I don't care what Will Smith and Chris Rock got going on, to be honest.
To be honest.
I don't care. So I'm gonna stick to what this is about, what I wanted it to be about. Poetry, music, artistry. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get me an artist on here, like someone that paint or something. That'd go crazy.
I know a couple decent artists out here.
Hey, send them my way. I would
What's
love
up,
to do
Jerry?
like an
What's up,
art showcase.
Lex? Look at everybody coming in here. That boy talking about my
Olay.
round. Big
Olay
eye,
to you.
big eye five.
You know, I ain't gonna do too much educated game banging because this not what this for. But it ain't for educated game bangers. So I'm just gonna start off and ask you a couple questions, man. So that way people can get to know you, get to know your art, what you want to speak about, what stories you want to tell, all that.
Okay.
I can move the comments so I can see you a little better. But okay, so by the way, the music in the background, I don't own rights to that. If y'all can hear the music, I don't own no rights to none of that. It's the Fugees though, and I figured, I don't know. I feel like Trey Solo deserves some Fugees in the background.
Man, you know what I deserve though? You know, I'm an outcast, Earth Gang type of dude, so you know
Look, I
I
get
get
them on vinyl. I will happily call you back just to get you back on here to play that in the background for you the whole time. I think I
bad.
get it on vinyl. So, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Honestly, where I draw my inspiration from. Okay, so if some people don't know me, I am Trey Solo, aka the poet. And where I would say I draw most of my inspiration from is just the everyday struggle, like of being a black young male in society and seeing like how society has basically ultimately tried to throw us to the side, but we always come back with we always try to combat that. Like you see, I'm ready for war. Like I'll be ready every day. Like every day is a new challenge, every day is a new struggle, but at the end of the day, you gotta learn how to overcome those things, and that's where I pull some of my artistry from, or like even like small little heartbreaks and things of that nature. So I always, as you know, like you used to always tell me, your words are so obscene. So like I used to always talk about how devastation in the world is just it's a mess, and that's where I really get my inspiration from, honestly.
Okay, okay. So, you said something about Earth Gang and Outkast. So, are those the artists you look up to? Like, what artists you look up to?
Um, I would definitely say Outkast has always been a big inspiration for me growing up. My mom even told me like some of my first words came from some of the Outkast music. So like she said, literally Prototype, the song Prototype by Outkast was where some of my first words came from when I was a kid. So therefore, like that resonated with me even like growing up. Like I just still to this day love Outkast and the impact they just had on the culture in general. Like Outkast definitely set it off for the South. If people don't know that, y'all better go do y'all history. They set it off. They came with a vengeance when they was at the award show, and they told them the South got something to say, and they did honestly. So hey,
Okay, okay.
even though I do dabble into the New York rap, so like Biggie Smalls, he's definitely one of my favorite rappers. Um, I love Wu-Tang Clan. I just like that. I just like a lot of conscious rap, but I can also, turn it up, go to drill, go to the, whatever, little rock, little whatever, if I feel like.
Okay, how do you feel about the state of rap right now?
So I currently work at an elementary school. I would say the state of rap is not where it used to be. Like you don't hear kids talking about J. Cole or the Tyler creators or things like that. They're literally just strictly drill rap. Like it's crazy to think about it, but like they idolize what they see. So like a lot of the rappers from St. Louis is who they listen to. They won't listen to the rappers that I listen to now, like J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar and things like that, or Earthgang, for instance. So right now it's kind of in a shambles and a chokehold, but I'm glad we still got the people like J. Cole, Earthgang, and different rappers that are able to be diverse in their skill when it comes to rapping, or even like when it comes to the singers as well. So it definitely hasn't been the same, but hopefully one day we can get back there and just let people see the greatness.
Okay. You know what's crazy? I actually myself think that rap is in a better place than it was a couple years ago. Like at one point in time, we had strictly artists like Little Tucker, 6ix9ine, Lil Pump, meme rappers, and I feel like we're past that point now, where people aren't looking for a rapper that's lying about what they're talking about. Like, for instance, for an example, like Little Tucker. Little Tucker is a great artist. He makes great music, but he's not being authentic and real with his raps. You feel
Correct.
me? He even said like, dude, I'm a high schooler. I'm not doing none of this stuff. This is like strictly just for my image or just for the rap image. Where now I feel like we're getting back into a place where real is what runs hip hop.
Correct.
Like that's why I feel like, of course, Dirk has been popular for a very long time, but like
Definitely.
people like Dirk, people like what is that artist's name? That is like Pooh Shiesty, like artists like them have come to the forefront now, and that's because they're spitting realness, they're being real, they're talking about their experiences in their life versus artists a couple years ago who weren't talking about none of that. They were like, oh yeah, this is just all a front, to be honest. We
And
just trying to make money.
and what I've seen also is some artists are now evolving into their art. Like their artistry, their plethora of music is getting way bigger than what it used to be. So, for instance, one thing that I will commend this person on, and I still like listen to a lot of his music. NBA YoungBoy, he has been
Oh,
able to be very versatile because he had him and Tyler the Creator dropped a song, and those are two different parallel artists when it comes to the rap game or even culture. So for them to even come out with a song together, I listen to that song all the time. I just feel like, man, this is one of the most beautiful songs ever because it's like, whoever expected Tyler the Creator, EBA YoungBoy on an album together. You know what I'm saying? And then like
yeah.
recently, Young Thug dropped I forgot his latest project he dropped. I forgot the name of it, but it was actually pretty good. Like he opened up more about his life and things of that nature instead of the same, thugger that you always get on every other album or mixtape. So
Okay.
I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with like more artists are definitely opening up to expand their portfolio.
I do see a lot of more punk coming into the scene, to be honest.
Right.
Artists, I'm not very versed in punk, but like artists I think will represent that are maybe like Kenny Mason from Atlanta. Kenny
Okay.
Mason is dope. You feel me? When it comes to like making a very different type of hip hop and different type of rap with like some metal and punk sounds, and it's dope. His
What's
music
up?
is really revolutionary, honestly. Okay, so my next question is: Is your art more of your work, or is it more so self care?
I would definitely must say it's more of self care. Um, when I write, I just don't write just the right word. I write when I feel like I need to write.
Mm.
Like that's my self care. And like when I recite as well, like it brings me a sense of balance. It brings me down a little notch when I'm upset or something like that. So I definitely say I definitely use mine for self care. I wouldn't say I'm a frequent writer to where I write every day. Nah, that's not me. Like when I get my inspiration, so like I said, we were talking about Tyler the Creator. Went to his concert. When I say heavily inspiration, I got hella inspired to do more. And I sat back, man. I actually did write some stuff. So definitely,
Will we be able to get here? Will we be able to hear some of that stuff tonight?
we might got something new
Hey,
from Trey Solo. You
hey.
know, I ain't really, and that's the thing. I ain't really recited none. So this might be the first time I recite some new poems on this show.
I can't wait to hear it, G. Okay, so I didn't ask. I don't believe I asked this question last time, but if this is something that you tell me is true or not, I'm gonna be like, wow, okay. Do you play any instruments?
I do not. I do
What?
not. I do
I
not.
expected something from you,
But
Trey.
this is the thing. I've been wanting to play
Come.
instruments. My friend, she has this drum set, and I've been trying to get into it a little bit.
Okay,
I was
okay.
asked at Lincoln University if I wanted to play the euphonium. I think we
What is
all
that?
probably got asked that question probably one time. Do you want
I
to
don't
come
even know
join
what that
the
is.
band? It's like it's like it's not the tuba. It's a smaller version of the tuba. Bless you,
Goodness, hold
man.
on. Thank you. I don't know
That's
where that came
That's
from.
that Georgia weather right there. That's that Georgia weather.
It was definitely hotter today. This hat is just for style choice, honestly.
I wish it was
Um,
hot here.
Hopefully so. Hopefully so. I kind of do and I kind of don't miss the weather in Missouri and Illinois, but the Georgia weather's decent. You know,
I hope it is.
windows down, sunroof open. You know, one of them. One of them.
Must be nice. Must be
Um,
nice. It's raining up here.
it
It's raining
was
little
raining down
ice
here earlier.
droplets.
It was raining. It was raining down here, but it stopped like I would say maybe like 11-ish, maybe.
Right.
Um. Okay. So, are there any other forms of art that you take part in? Like anything else outside of just poetry that you do?
So I would say I paint on the side sometimes. I haven't actually had created my art paintings, but I dabble in the paint sometimes. One thing that I also like doing that people probably don't talk about when I'm stressed out, especially like during the whole quarantine era when it first started, I was stuck in the house. I mean, we all was probably stuck in the house, and I had nothing to do. I was tired of looking at the computer. Man, I went on Amazon. I bought me 2 coloring books, 70 color book pencils, and I was just in the house listening to music, coloring, color just like because like we had nothing to do, and I was like, I can't do this. Barely got outside, so that's one of the things I definitely like to dab into. Recently, I went to a Van Gogh art exhibit, so the whole
Mm.
room was surrounded with Van Gogh's work throughout his life and things, and they told like a lot of stuff about his life and him and his brother and things of that nature. So definitely, I like diving into the small things of art. Um, I don't really cook that much. I mean, I can get down in the kitchen, culinary wise. You know, I can make a few meals, but you know, ladies, I will make a few meals. You know, no, I don't really. That's about it for me. I definitely been trying to dive into like creating like melodic music lately.
Mm.
So that's another little thing that I've been doing. You know me, I'm always versatile and trying to move around and do little things every now and then.
You haven't mentioned the fact that you be editing videos and stuff yet, man.
Damn, I do be editing videos and flyers. I'll be that
He's
man. So
doing his
I guess
thing. He's
it's
doing
kind
his
of
thing.
with the art. I'll be dabbling a little bit.
It's definitely art. So look, if y'all need flyers made, y'all need a video edited, and hit up Trey Solo. You want some poetry voiceovers? Solo.
I'm trying to make some stuff. I'm trying to make some stuff. I did start like doing like visuals with my portrait as well. So definitely trying to make some stuff.
Hey, definitely hit his line. Definitely hit his line. Okay, so, hmm, are there any poets that you look up to personally?
One of my favorite poets. I don't know if they know him, but I don't know if you know him. His name is Black Ice. When y'all go check that man out, Black Ice. He is probably one of my favorite poets. I think he hails from New York City, the New York area, and like he talks mainly about like his struggles in life and growing up, watching how the world just moved and updated, and putting it to his poetry, which made him very relatable in so many different ways. So I definitely tell y'all, like, definitely recommend y'all go check out Black Ice.
Uh-huh.
Another person I don't know if you got this in your nose, but another person I get my inspiration from, motivational speaker, Inky Johnson. Go check out my boy Inky, man. Inky definitely be dropping some hidden gems for our people, like his trials and tribulations, as far as him being an ex-football player and how I think his right arm got paralyzed all the way
Mm.
down when he was playing football for Tennessee State, if I'm not mistaken. He was actually supposed to be a number one draft pick and everything, but after that
Mm.
injury, it like literally derailed his whole career. So,
And he went into
and
inspirational
that's
speaking. That is dope.
yes, motivational speaking, and that tends to happen because if people don't know, that's the same thing that happened to Toby Nenegwe. He was also playing football, and he had suffered a real bad injury, and after that, like he really started putting his music and his talking, his speaking, and just his whole artistry into what he loves to do. So
You
yeah,
know what? You've been talking about Toby Nenegwe for a long time, dude. For a long, this dude would not shut up about Toby at all. I
man,
feel like he's Toby's
when
biggest
I first
fan.
discovered Dog, I was like, bro. When I first discovered him, I knew he was gonna be a star. I knew it, and you see, he is a star. Like you can't go probably a day without probably seeing him somewhere on social media, like just people sharing them. And what I learned is my little cousins, they like Toby. They like Toby. I was surprised, and they know like all his lyrics because like, I feel like he's for everybody to listen to. Like anybody can go listen to Toby and Fat and like get inspiration and just love his music.
Doesn't he have a song with Neo?
I believe so.
I think it was like Orbit or Saturn. See, I
I believe
believe he
so.
has a song with Neo, and that song was fantastic. Oh my god! But no, Neo and Toby are known for making a beautiful and amazing music. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm trying to think. What other question could I ask John Trey so low? Do you have a favorite book?
Favorite book. Favorite book. Favorite book. Mm. I don't know if y'all remember this book in elementary, but it was about this girl named Malinka, and it was called The Skin I'm In. I used to love that book growing up in elementary, and I know we probably all read it, but that book resonated with me so much. I just felt like I was Malinka, man. Like everything she was going through, I'm like, man, I'm going through this right now. I wish we could just beat the those kids. But that was
I
definitely
actually
one of
don't
my
think
favorite books.
I don't think I actually read that in elementary. Honestly, I think what did I read in elementary school? Um, To Kill a Mockingbird, and we read 13 Reasons Why in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I like the book way more than I like the series. The series is trash, but 13 Reasons Why the book was phenomenal.
Okay,
Honestly.
okay. I wouldn't expect y'all was reading that in high school, but okay, that's different. That's
Look, it's the book was amazing. It was really good, honestly. Only season one of 13 Reasons Why was pretty it was okay. I enjoyed it. It really followed the book into the very end, which annoyed me a little bit. because they changed how she ended up committing. Um,
Correct.
I feel like they changed it to make it more graphic and to get more of a shock value out of it, which I didn't agree with because it ain't like certain ways have, updated or anything to do that type of thing. But it's more so they just wanted a shock value. They just wanted people to go, oh my God. Season two was okay though. Season two was good. Season two was decent. And I enjoyed season two because it gave us the after effects, which is
Right.
what I wanted to see because the book ended like there was no after effects. There was no going to
Just
court.
ended.
It wasn't. Yeah, it just ended, and it wasn't a sequel. So to watch season two was enjoyable, somewhat into the end scene, because again, it felt like they were just adding shock value. I watched season three, I believe. I don't really remember it honestly, and I remember like just not feeling interested. I felt like the show had run its course, and at
Right.
that point, they were just beating a dead horse. Netflix literally dragged on 13 Reasons Why, but didn't continue to get down. And it makes me upset because the get down was amazing.
I still to this day I still show people the Ezekiel scene when he was doing that poetry. If y'all have never seen that scene, go see that. To this day, that thing still gives me chills.
That poem was amazing, spectacular, gorgeous. It was
Yes.
phenomenal. Like,
They had the right cast, they had the right producer. I mean, Nas, like you have not seer.
come
He
on.
hands down a great poet himself. So like,
Dude, Nas didn't Nas have a song that literally wrapped the story backwards?
yes,
Like Nas is freaking crazy.
yes,
Okay, and to have him producing a show about poets, about the creation of hip hop, and to only go one season is ridiculous. It's the worst thing Netflix has done, in my opinion. Even the fact that Netflix is the only show to have Jaden Smith acting well just to
that,
end it. And no shade to Jaden Smith because his music, I love that boy music. Like
yeah.
I'm a
He's
huge
getting
Jaden
better
fan.
though. His acting is getting better. Can't wait to see him in the future. Hopefully he can. A lot of people, I don't know why they want him to play Miles Morales, but
No, please, love of God. Um, Look, the next time I need to see Jaden Smith needs to be on a stage, at a concert, at a festival, because Jaden Smith's music is crazy good. Like, oh my God, his music.
actually, he owns like a food truck and he like feeds the homeless in LA, which
Hmm
I think that's dope.
He also donates water to places that need it. He's a great person. He just has
Correct.
a problem acting. That's it. Just acting.
Correct.
Acting is the only problem. Okay, so how do you feel about cancel culture?
How do I feel about cancel culture? Honestly, I don't like cancel culture because cancel culture likes to cancel what they want to cancel. I know some ladies in here. I know y'all might feel indifferent what I'm about to say about this person, but if you know me, and you know Melican, we are blunt people, and I feel like Chris Brown should have been canceled a long time ago. I was telling my friends this the other day, I'm like, bro, why ain't nobody canceled Chris? Chris was out here doing some things that he wasn't supposed to be doing. And I understand, we all have our days, but Chris should have been canceled. I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion.
Look, okay, I I'm gonna play devil advocate on that one. To be honest, I ain't gonna lie to you. Rihanna look like she be abusing men. She, I ain't look. Rihanna look like she be beating on her men's. Okay, do I feel like Chris Brown look should have been canceled? Yes, but Riri looked like she be putting paws on people. Okay, Ran she from the islands? Look,
I, I take
Before
I take that indifferent because what's that girl name? Is it Lil Durk's girlfriend? It was one of them. No, it wasn't Lil Durk
no,
girl. It was
it's G
Moneybag Yo.
Herbo. G Herbo's ex-girlfriend, Moneybag Yo's girlfriend.
Yes. Rihanna got rid of her. Like you can't be with Fenty. Look, we not promoting that over here, pulling out guns and all of that. I
Hey,
mean,
she
like
was
that
she
makes
was
me
beating
think.
the crap out of
Okay,
her.
I feel like that makes me think Rihanna really was like she don't tolerate it. Honestly.
Okay, so for an example of why I think Riri might be a little angry and violent. Look, I love you. I can't remember your name. The lady from Lincoln's Cast. Well, we all know who I'm talking about. The mean lady from Lincoln's Cast.
You talking about the track runner?
No, Miss V. Is her name like Miss V?
Miss Veronica?
Bro, Miss Veronica low key was mean. Okay?
Miss Veronica.
She don't play no games.
She love to feed us, bro. I don't know if we have the same relationship with Miss Veronica. Miss Veronica used to put a little extra chicken on my plate.
She did, but she would do it with an attitude. Or like the girl that used to run track, that used to be at the entryway, used to be mean as hell. Used to be mean as fuck. Okay, I'm just saying, them island.
So you trying to say them island girls really? I mean, they can be cutthroat. They can definitely be cutthroat. When what's her name? Sha'Carri Richardson was running, and she she was ready to get the island women. I mean, them comments was chewing her up. I'm talking about they was ferocious. I was like, my island boy. I just want the island boy. But yeah, they island women, they get you, dog. They will get you, dog. They really
they scare me. I ain't gonna hold you. They terrifying. No cop, no kizzy, as people be saying. So, do you think that the art can be separated from the artist?
Sometimes, and I say it like this because oftentimes some artists do get lost in their work. They can get lost in their work and get lost in their thoughts to where they start to idolize things that they rap about or they sing about, which was never the way they was in the beginning or how they started off. Or sometimes it's the other way around.
You feel like artists can change,
right? So, like, for instance, Kevin Gates. I didn't even talk about him because he's one of my favorite rappers. Kevin Gates, if you ever go look at his...
Don't he be eating booty or something?
Kevin Gates, yes, he's very, eat booty like groceries. Very spiritual, though. He loves growing. He grows crops. Kevin Gates is very versatile. So, if you ever listen to, like, the beginning of Kevin Gates... You say he is, but if you ever listen to like the beginning of Kevin Gates' career, out of all the artists I've ever listened to, I would definitely say Kevin Gates' music definitely elevated to a different level, to where basically I can say he is truly one of the people and one of the artists that I know has found himself. Like the things he used to rap about to now is way different. Like the way he sees life is way different from when he was maybe 20 years old. So I would definitely say sometimes if you don't get caught up into your music like that, you can definitely, see a different pattern in people's music. Like, for instance, I was just talking about this person. I really want him to come back. I had just recently seen a song of him, and he's from your hometown. Chance the Rapper. Chancellor. Look, don't do that. Don't do that.
On that note, I'm gonna go flip the vinyl. You can continue talking about Chance. I can hear you. I'm just gonna go flip the vinyl. You hear me? I'm just gonna go flip the vinyl because continue telling the people about Chance the Rapper.
But like Chance, like his music, like we all know the Cocoa Butter Kisses, the Hey Moms, and like originally seeing Chance, like man, he was definitely still a phenomenal artist. I will never take that from him. But that last album,
I will.
It kind of we're gonna have to talk about that because that last album really it really, it could have been a mixtape. I'm gonna just put it like that. Could have been a mixtape, and I feel like one day Chance to come back. I think the last song I just seen was called God's Child or Child of God, one of them that he had just put out like March 25th, and I was like, oh, because I had been talking about how I really want Chance to come back and show up.
Yeah, Chance needs to get back on
Yeah.
drugs. He needs to get back on drugs. Honestly, he needs to.
Okay, what's your gripe with Chance? Saying that you are a Chicago native.
I'm a Chicago native. I've met Chance 2 times in my life in my poetry career. I performed at his open mic Chicago. I'm not sure if it's still going on, but it's open, and then MIKE in honor of Big Mike, who was a mentor and a poet to people like No Name, Chance, excuse me, Mick Jenkins, possibly Vic Mensa. Goodness, excuse me, the tea is getting to me. I've been drinking tea this entire time, but he was an inspiration to them and a mentor to them. And so the open mic was named after him after he passed away. And when I met Chance, it was cool. He was cool to me. You know, he even shook up, hugged, all that. He's cool. I enjoy acid rap. I enjoy 10 Day. I enjoy all his early work, even some of his newer work. Do I think Chance 3, I don't even remember the name of the album. Oh, Coloring Book. Do I think Coloring Book is his best work? No. I feel like only reason it got to where it was at is because it was safe enough for white people to listen to,
Mm.
and it catered to very religious black folks. And ain't nothing wrong with being religious. Ain't nothing wrong with, being spiritual, whatever. But I personally don't. I don't really like overly religious people. I don't like people that push religion in your face.
Now,
Not
my
saying
thing
that.
is, do you feel like Chance was going into a different avenue in his life to where his music started not to be his reality anymore, or his reality was not his music?
I feel like he was trying too hard to be mainstream with the Big Day. If that's like even the right thing to say, I just feel like the Big Day, it wasn't good. Like, it felt like his rhymes were basic and boring or non-existent in certain songs. That it was very experimental, which I commend him for, because not many artists can risk being experimental. You feel me? Not many artists want to
Right.
be experimental, and I'm glad that he was, experimenting with his art. But it just wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And honestly, drugs is a really big and important part of art in a lot
Mm.
of people's lives. Like, think about it. Like Eminem's music has gone down, and partially because that boy ain't on drugs no more. Like, Chance, not on drugs no more.
Amy Winehouse, she didn't want to go back to rehab. She said, no, no, no. Like, literally. Amy, man, we're going
I
to get
will
started.
say there are some artists that their use of drugs has made them better. Like them stopping the use of drugs that made them better. Like, in my personal opinion, I feel like an artist like No Name used to go
Okay.
by No Name Gypsy, although
Yep.
Gypsy is a inappropriate term. But No Name's music, I feel like, has it lacks like what is it called, a more homey feel to it. But overall, it's gotten better. Like,
Right.
her last Telephone, I was gonna say like last album. It is her last album, but it's been a very long time since we've gotten something outside of Telephone from her, or her other singles, which her other singles were great. It's just like, I feel like her music has gotten better. You feel me? I can tell she's in a happier place. And I can definitely tell that she uses her art as a form of healing
Right.
versus a lot of artists who just use their art as a way to make money.
Right.
I do feel like her stepping away from weed and alcohol has allowed her to be a better artist, hands down. Whereas people like Chance, I need Chance to get back on acid. I'm sorry, okay? Because I understand you. I understand he a family now. He a family man now. I understand that. I do. But folks need to come back to acid. He need it. He need it.
I always see that one meme when it says like Kanye, Kid Cudi, and like they all grew up and it's like Chance the Rapper. I'm like, it was like a Ninja Turtles little thing. It was decent.
I will say, you know what? Kanye has inspired a lot of artists.
Right.
He definitely set the stage for a lot of artists. I was talking to a dope artist about this. His name is
What's
Pierre
up, Miss
Amont.
Cookie? What's up, Cookie?
Yeah, I was talking to an artist named Pierre Amont about Kanye's influence.
Right.
And like Kanye has influenced a lot of artists like Chance, even artists like Childish Gambino. And without people like Kanye, even though I personally am not a huge Kanye fan, without him, I wouldn't have one of my favorite artists, Childish Gambino.
Right.
Because Kanye really opened the door for rap artists to be more than rap artists.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
I agree.
straight up, Kanye went from producer to rapper to clothing designer, you know, to all those things, which opened the
Hey,
door for artists like,
you know who else I feel like opened a lot of doors that people don't like really talk about that much?
hit me. What we
My
got?
girl, Missy Elliott, bro. I just feel like Missy also like opened a lot of doors and like people don't really give her the recognition she deserves. She's helped
Dang.
produce like a lot of great songs from the likes of Beyonce to like hers and the Scissors and things like that. Like she definitely was one of those. And you're not like she's never sold her body as an artist. She's always been in her own lane, her own avenue, and that's what I like Missy for, man. A lot of people don't really give her the credit she deserves, but Missy is definitely one of those people. I would definitely, man, I gotta take my hat off to forever, cause
Look, my edges
for
ain't
real.
done. Relax. My edges ain't done.
Mine ain't either though. Mine ain't either.
Relax. Relax. Edges ain't done. But I agree. Dang, I didn't even think about that because the whole time, Missy is by far one of the most creative artists ever.
Yes. She never sold out either. She ain't never been a sellout. Never.
What do you define as a sellout?
Man. So what I would I ain't
I've
gonna
never
bring up this
even
artist. I ain't gonna bring up this
thought about
artist
it.
right now because I know people love her, but I'm gonna leave her alone.
I say
Go
go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Man, I like Meg, okay? But after what she did at the Oscar, what was that? The Grammys, the Oscars with the Encanto. Sis,
What happened with
that's
the Encanto?
Encanto. You can't be fucking Encanto.
What happened?
She had a whole live performance that it wasn't it. Like she like did a whole performance and it was like a tribute to the movie Encanto that Disney had released. And it wasn't that. It wasn't that. And it
It
was
wasn't
like it
good?
came from Meg. So it wasn't given. In
So
that way, like I feel like she could have did something different, but
do you think that makes her a sellout though? Because for me, I've always thought of a sellout as like someone who gives up on their ideals to make a quick buck. Don't talk about Bruno.
don't talk about okay. A sellout to just make a good buck. I don't know.
Because
Um,
like I would consider, I don't know, I don't know what would consider someone a sellout. Because thinking about it, like what we're talking about right now, we're talking about what makes someone a sellout. And
I mean, I know at one point they always thought Ray Charles was a sellout. A lot of
for
people didn't
what?
like because he kind of switched over the country a little bit. But like as an artist, like you can switch over to anything. But like as in society around that time, really people thought Ray Charles was a sellout. Like a lot of our black people thought, hey, what's wrong with Ray? Like if you ever go, like even just watching the movie, like you go back and watch the movie with Jamie Foxx and all that, when he talking about he was switching over the country, everybody was boo, boo, like, because they weren't ready for that.
I don't think that switching genre makes someone a sellout.
Right.
I feel like ultimately it might be, I think it might just be someone giving up on their ideals and really just conforming to the norm of what's popular. To be honest, like, okay, if I say this, I don't want no one tripping on me, okay? Because I love this artist. I think I love this artist more than I like most female artists right now. And I'm gonna think of a male example as well, okay? But I feel like SZA's Control was a sellout move. And don't get me wrong, Control fire, it is. But Control is so mainstream versus what SZA originally was like making.
Mm.
It's so fun. We got like 25 minutes left. It'll be alright. But I feel like SZA's Control was like very mainstream.
Was that the last one that came out?
Yeah, that was her last project that came out. It was
Say that was very mainstream.
it was. And I
It
had
was
this discussion with someone because they said that SZA didn't blow up at first because she was dark skinned. And I had the argument like colorism is real. There are a lot more light skinned female artists than there are a lot of dark skinned female artists, unfortunately. But SZA didn't make mainstream music. SZA made a very, I guess, ethereal, experimental music that had a lot going on. You go
yeah.
back and listen to Z, completely different. You go back to listen to S, completely different. Like even what was it? Teenage something that SZA had a single and it's on YouTube was very different from Control. It was a little bit more like Control, but it was very different. Control is extremely mainstream. Yeah, it has hidden messages and stuff, but it's like it's not it doesn't feel like SZA to me. It feels like she was trying to get that mainstream audience so that way she could be popular. You feel me? And blow up. Okay? A male artist in that example that I feel like conforms to the mainstream heavy, that's a sellout. Hmm. I'm trying to think of one that's completely just changed their sound just to fall into a certain to get that popularity boost. I would say Drake, but Drake's been a sellout his entire life. He's always been
Oh my
what's
god.
popular. Look, no, he's always been what's popular. He follows trends, and he sometimes he even sets trends. But Drake is just like
Right.
he's here. He's going to be what's popular. And I can't say like an artist like like Little Tecca or anything like that because 9 times out of 10 they just hopped on the wave. They didn't have a set like form of their art.
Right.
Um, I'm trying to think of a male artist that I would
This
consider a
that one
sellout.
that one is definitely hard. I'm trying to think of one too.
Like
Um
that's complete. Like their sound is completely different from how it was originally.
I
Hmm.
know somebody that sounded that this is crazy to say this, but I had to look him up to see if he was still out here. But I know somebody that sounds completely different from how they first started.
Who you got?
Designer.
The
Literally,
fact
bro,
you,
I had to look him up. I'm like, bro, nobody talks about Designer anymore. So I looked him up and like I listened to some of his new stuff. I'm like, this is not the same person that dropped Panda. And like,
first of all, the
I'm
fact
mad at
that
it.
you're still thinking about designer in this day and age is great
let me tell you something though. Like this is the crazy thing about the media. I would say about maybe a week ago, I was on YouTube scrolling, and I seen the name Big Time Rush on YouTube. And their video had 2.2 million views. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how to explain how social media works or like how it works, but I never thought in this day and age, Big Time Rush would still be a thing. A Nickelodeon show with a boy band still be a thing, and these men on YouTube getting 2.2 million views in like 4 days. That's impressive.
All right. So, dang, I really can't think of an artist as a sellout, like a male artist that sold out. Look,
it's somebody.
Audience, please, if y'all could like think of a male artist that you feel as though has sold out. Okay, and this definition of sellout is a person that has completely changed like their sound to fit the mainstream and to gain popularity. The example I used before was SZA.
I know people might hate this, but honestly, I would want to say Kanye. I'm not a big fan of the Dundas, but like our old Kanye, we all know old Kanye was just old Kanye. I don't think we would ever get that Kanye back, and if we do, that would be amazing. But I definitely think Kanye's music has definitely changed to a more mainstream. Because I'm telling you, a few years ago, a lot of people was not checking for Kanye. Like the people that knew about Kanye, we knew what college dropout and all that stuff like mean to us. But it's like now it's more mainstream, and now he's catering towards his clothing brand, putting that in with his music and the Yeezys and things like that. And I mean that's dope to make that parallel with your brand and everything that you do. But like Kanye is Kanye for me.
I don't know. I feel like Kanye has sold out socially. I don't think he sold out musically. I feel like his music still has that.
So what's your favorite song on Donda?
I didn't listen to Donda. I couldn't even get past the first portion.
What about 2?
Who?
What about Donda 2?
I didn't listen to any of it. I tried. I couldn't. I listened to the very first song of Donda and turned it off. I tried to listen to Drake's what is that album called?
Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah. I couldn't get into it. I went to sleep.
Couldn't get into it.
But we have 10 minutes left on this episode of Majestic Artistic Nights. Wait. Okay. Majestic Nights of Artistry. Jesus Christ. I'm thinking about some gaming stuff the whole time. That's like a gaming group I had on Xbox. But so we got 10 minutes. I'm going to recite a poem. Then you're going to recite a poem, and then we're going to end off tonight. I don't want to go over tonight because now that Atlanta season 3 has started, I need to watch Atlanta season 3.
It's starting already.
Yes, episode 3 comes out tonight. I'm watching it. So I'm gonna recite this poem. This poem actually has a title. It's called Afro Ambition, and then I'm gonna let Trey Solo take the stage, and then we're gonna end it off for the night. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you all for tuning in.
We thank y'all.
Yes,
follow
sir.
him. Wow.
Follow him. Straight up. He's supposed to have a podcast coming out. He's playing. But back to the poem. So this poem is called Afro Ambition. Young niggas like me got dreams like Pac, but we whipping burgers at McDonald's with a smock. We can't afford a flu shot, let alone a mop to clean our dirty floors, filled with coke stains and tears from growing pains because we grew too fast. Only to end up in jail with a weird nigga who got caught with shit to sell, with no bail, because we stuck in a system made for us to fail, or catch pellets from a shotgun shell with our chest from barrels of Chicago's big boys that need a trigger test. Oh my God, they need a trigger test. Out here walking with a bulletproof vest to them, we uneducated. They rather us be overly medicated and sedated to the lies about our roots. But the trees speak the truth. We out here aiming for a Rolls Royce coupe, but not to feed the stomach and minds of our youth. We black people don't know what to do. Should we sue the gun-toting big boys in blue, or fight the fact we can't stay in school? I'm not trying to sit and stew over mixed emotions. especially while gunshots have passed through my window, causing a commotion. When all we wanted was a promotion to afford stronger potions and stronger lotions to get rid of our ass, busting our ass to dodge burning brass, knowing the safe haven ain't gonna last. The system's so broken, might as well be a cast. But we not India. We in Chirac, where our male take fat stacks so he can be the rich fat cat with money in his pocket. But didn't see the video of Laquan and the cops and they copped it. And that is my piece. I'm sorry I messed up.
Oh,
I'm sorry I messed
so
up. One
you
of these
good
days,
though? You good though?
one of
You
these
good, Paula?
days,
You good,
I might release
Majesty?
it. One of these days, I might release it on Instagram, just like a straight up video. But yeah, that is my poem.
I'm
Afro
actually going
rendition.
to change my poem right now. Like this is the first for this right here. Cause I had a smaller thing. I'm like, man, I got look. My boy Majesty just came hard. Now I gotta go a little hard.
First of all, I'll go first so that way y'all can get y'all stuff off. Yeah, I'll be going crazy. I need to allow my audience to hear me a little bit. Y'all be loud, blowing off the roof. Mm.
I'm weak. I'm weak. Hold up. Now I gotta change because man, hold up. You came in strong.
By the way, you guys, I have a guest for next week. Although the guest hasn't been communicating, so I'm definitely gonna see if they're still coming, or they're still willing to do it. If not, I am looking for another guest for next week. Um, I did see artists like Nate the Great in here. So if Nate the Great wants to do something, I'm definitely down for him to join. I did see one of my frat brothers, Jake. So if he's
Yep.
down, I see my cousin in here. If she's still here, she is an amazing songwriter, singer. She's going crazy. You feel me? I did see 712 the DJ.
Hey
If
man,
you
you
want
need to get that girl. You need to get that girl Storm up in here, man. I heard
to,
about
yeah,
Storm, man. I just seen her
Storm
the
is
other day.
fire.
I know she got
Hmm.
some heat. I know she got something on.
Okay.
I'm definitely ready, man. I had to change my poem, man. Look,
So anybody that wants to like come on the show and perform, let me know. I'm definitely down to get you as a guest, especially for next week if my guest falls through. So Trey Solo, the stage, the live is yours. Yes, sir.
here we go. This poem, I didn't ever release it, so this gonna be the first poem. This gonna be the first time people actually hear this. I hope y'all know it's a little bit of my artistry.
Mhm.
It's called Step Back. And I say they still step back with their guns cocked back. I say they still step back with their guns cocked back. Splat, 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 splat. I say they still step back with their guns cocked back. As everything seems to slow down, my stress, my anxiety, my fears, my angers, and my fears of the future, mixed with the truths and the lies, seem to all come down on top of me. I believed in this moment of time, I became low. Eventually, I was stuck in time. But how would I know that time would slow down? They still step back with their guns cocked back. While I looked up at a pussy ass cop clocking back on his line, he was ready to pump the iron. And I asked myself, me, why me? Me, why me? I guess because since the beginning of time, they already knew that this dark skin of mine was truthful and divine. Because truly, I'm the purest personification of a human being this world has ever seen. I can manifest things this world has never seen. I can talk about things one day and see them the next, either on TV or in death. See, there's a lot of things you haven't seen. I'm a true human being of my nature, and I'm truly divine in greatness. But don't be forsaken. We all are greatness. But they still step back with their guns clocked back. I say they scared of the powers that reside in me. They scared of my aura and my energy that resides in me.
Mm. That boy nasty. Why you doing like that?
I messed up a little bit, but I kept it going, you know?
Mm.
Got to.
Mm.
It's called Step
Mm.
Back. That was one of my newest poems. I haven't really rehearsed a lot of stuff, but hey, that's one of my newest poems. I was about to read one of my other poems, but that was too small. I had to go a little harder.
Can I just say that poem was dope? Like straight up, you killed that shit. Also, thank you again for coming on to my show. You're the second guest I've ever had. I'm glad that you were here. For the audience, if y'all don't know, this is Trey Solo. one of the best artists, one of the best poets to come out of St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, this boy is goated, hands down. Okay,
Thank you.
he's also, he was also one of the co-founders of LU Mic Check, which is a mic check organization, open mic organization for the students, by the students at Lincoln University, Missouri. And boom, bada bing, he's the GOAT. Okay?
I appreciate it, man. Hopefully I get invited back and I can
Hey, you already know.
do a little bit more of my poems. I enjoyed this talk, man. I definitely enjoy being a second guest. Hey, I need to come back for something,
Hey, most definitely. You definitely gonna be back on here. Because we would love to hear some more of your artwork, bro. Your art is amazing, spectacular. Definitely
I'm,
need to see
I'm,
more
I'm
of
thinking
you.
about dropping this one poem that I was about to recite until you did that. I was like, that went too small, but I'm gonna drop it. The next poem I was about to drop is called Lost Souls, so it's definitely a good one.
Now I gotta figure out if I'm gonna record Afro Ambition for my Instagram page or TikTok. Maybe I'll post it on TikTok or something, but we're gonna see.
Definitely.
Again, thank you all for coming. It's over with. We're gonna be back here at this time at 9 o'clock Eastern,
Tune
8
in.
o'clock Central. Okay, so if you're in Missouri, Illinois, 8 o'clock for you. If you are in Georgia, I guess New York, you're on 9 o'clock. So hit my line, hop on the live. Tonight is over with, but next Thursday, I'm looking for a new guest. And also, well, I'm not looking for a new guest. If my guest falls through, I'll let y'all know. But I am going to have a guest on Thursday next week.
I'll send you a couple of artists your way.
Hey, send them my way.
We got the Nayas, we got the Petras, man.
All that.
Man, I wouldn't mind hearing some of that pop that,
Pop that Petra? Ooh. I might hit up Pop that Petra.
We got the Janies.
The Jane Bangers? The Bangers? Okay.
Go, you can go wherever you want, man. Look, we got a plethora. I'm gonna just send you a couple people that I think should definitely be on. Man, we got the Alante.
You hear me? The Flippins? But look, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Straight up, same time next Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm finna get off because Atlanta season 3, episode 3 is finna come on. I need to see that.
I gotta get out of here too, for real.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank y'all.